Sup, this is Chris with Get Optimized, and I want to talk to you a little bit about Wi-Fi gateways because I think this is a super gangster type of technology. It's not very new. This has been around for a little while, and the restaurant bar industry, some businesses are already using this stuff. But recently, I have dove into this technology because I think that there is a lot of potential in it. The technology has gotten very good as of late. And there's kind of like this pressure to diversify away from social media lately, especially with all the turmoil that's been going on in that world, as you're probably aware of. So, let me kind of explain about Wi Fi gateways and how this system is supposed to work and then I want to show you a tool that I'm excited about and kind of give you a way to get involved for free, right? So everybody likes free. So let's start. So here's essentially like a little mini like flow on Wi-Fi gateways and kind of how your other pieces of your marketing work with this system. So normally if you're running advertisements, you're doing websites, you're doing SEO, you've got your business listings like your Google My Business, you could throw social media in this bucket too. Maybe you're doing, well, you could put social media ads here too, but let's say you're using social media as well to try to drive traffic ultimately to your brewery, right? Like the idea is that we are using these marketing channels to get people into the brewery. Now, normally what happens when you do that, people come into the brewery and then like the data is dead there, right? Like there isn't really a system that allows us to fully track uh, walkthrough and foot traffic. They just don't exist. Like there's no little box inside of your building that Zuckerberg is tracking and making sure your social media ads are working. That just doesn't exist, right? Even with POS systems, they just don't work that way. And probably with good reason because there's some data privacy stuff going on there, right? We don't want Facebook to have all that data. Your website doesn't have all that data. Anyways, aside from that, too, you don't actually keep any of this data. So all this stuff up here, advertisements, website, GMB, social media, well, website, kind of a little bit. You keep some of that data, like with website traffic and analytics data and things like that. If you're capturing emails, then yeah, you could maybe say, but that isn't really stored in your website. The point is that you don't actually own any of this data. You can't do anything with it. You don't have a database there. So once somebody actually moves from, hey, I saw an advertisement to the brewery, they walk in, there's no data transfer there. And if you want to try to reserve them messaging, now you've got to pay for it with advertising. You've got to keep your GMB updated. You got to keep pushing out content on social media. And by the way, especially on social media, you don't own that data. So all those followers you have, those aren't yours, right? That's actually Facebook's, Instagram's, TikTok's, whatever's. And you don't own it. And you could lose it at any point in time. So keep that in mind. The data piece, I think, is really important with this too. Anyways, so let's say you're running all this marketing. And you get people to come into your brewery. What a Wi-Fi gateway does is that this system basically piggybacks off of your current Wi-Fi, and you can run a guest Wi-Fi off of it. So if somebody comes in, you have a nice sign that says, hey, free Wi-Fi, sign up for brewery guest, right? Now they jump on there, and when they go to jump on the Wi-Fi, there is a form, right? You got to log in, create an account really quick, or use your email to get access. Some of these allow you to log in with Facebook or Twitter. You've seen this kind of social media logins. Google is another one you can use. Apple is another one you can use. But what that Wi-Fi gateway system does is that once somebody logs into that system, now that data is held with you through your dashboard or your program with the Wi-Fi gateway service. There are several that are out there. But now you've got their email. Now you've got a data point that says, hey, this person came in. And the next time they come in, they can, when they log in again, or if they're automatically logged in, now you've got a foot traffic piece here that you can track. So anytime somebody rolls through, you can see how many times they visited, how frequently or how much time in between visits they've come in. And with systems that have like an email marketing component to them or SMS, text message marketing, these kind of things, you can actually see how effective your promotions are at driving traffic. So let's say you ran an email about trivia night. You could see the walkthrough on that email and how well it pushed people into your brewery, which that kind of technology just doesn't exist up here. Like you're not going to see that at all. So if you're looking for like, if you've ever asked yourself the question, how do we justify marketing to foot traffic? A Wi-Fi gateway system is part of the way to do that. Now, what this also allows you the opportunity to do is set up certain other things and other marketing activities. So with the Wi-Fi gateway, you can run an email newsletter, and because you're able to track frequency of visits, you can send automated emails for like, hey, it's your first time here. Thanks for coming. We really appreciate you being here. You can offer a discount or not. You can just say, hey, thank you, man. We're a mom and pop business. We really appreciate you being here. That would be huge, right? Imagine if now you're saying it to everybody, guaranteed, as long as they're logging into the email, right? You can also set up like loyalty stuff. So if they've been in like 5-10 times, hey, thanks for coming in so much. Here's a free beer the next time you come in. Or, hey, you've been in a lot. You've been in 50 times. Here's a free t-shirt, right? Something like that. You can also run what I call reactivation or reactivate email campaigns. So maybe they haven't been in the last 30 days or 60 days. Let's send them a message and say, hey, why don't we miss you. Come back in. You probably already received some of these emails sometimes. And if you've ever wondered how the hell are these people doing it, it's because of the Wi-Fi gateway. Okay, you've logged into their Wi-Fi. Birthdays are another good example of that. You put in your birth date. We just put an automated thing that says, hey, send an email to this person on their birthday. Boom. The email piece of this is huge. And that portion alone, like if that was all there was with a Wi-Fi gateway, it's incredibly valuable because one, you're getting direct communication with people that are interested in hearing your stuff and have been to your brewery or tap room. Two, you own the data. So now you've got your whole email database. You've got your number of frequency of visits. You've got birthdays. You've got names. All that data is yours. You can export all of that data, plug it into another system or not. It's now under your control. You don't have that control up here with social media. You just don't. So if you've ever asked yourself, hey, how can we deplete our dependency on social media? Email marketing is one of those ways. Now, what you can also do with a Wi-Fi gateway, I think there's some other kind of creative things you can fold in. Like you can support social. So as somebody logs in, let's say you send like they get through that login gate and you want to redirect them to a page where you've got your social media handles like, hey, why don't you follow us? Or you could combine email and social and add one of these and say, hey, it's your first time here. Have you followed us on Instagram yet? Here's a link to our Instagram. So you can use this Wi-Fi gateway system to support gaining social media following. You can use it the same way to support your loyalty program. So if you've already got a loyalty program that people can sign up for, maybe a mug club, or hey, just jump on and get involved with our loyalty program through our POS or whatever. However you got it set up, you can use the Wi-Fi gateway system to push people to that. Text message marketing, SMS marketing, you can do. So if they use their phone number to log in, well, now you've got them on the SMS. And there are platforms out there that you can actually sell stuff through SMS. So you can push out like new beer releases, new can releases through SMS and have people buy that stuff. It's a topic for a different day, but this kind of stuff, actually we did a podcast with a guy named Jackson Boyer. He owns Buddy, and they are that. So if you're interested in learning more about how to do e-commerce through text message, that can happen, but your Wi-Fi gateway can push that. You can also have reviews be pushed. And what I'm about to show you, actually, one of the systems, Beambox, actually, they allow you to filter reviews, the review request. So if somebody gets served a message saying, hey, will you leave us a review? Or they get it pushed out via email. Maybe one of these is a review request email. If they want to leave you a 3-star or less review, instead of, they click the 3 stars on there, instead of them being pushed to their review website like Google or Yelp, they're pushed to a contact form on your website and say, hey, why don't you tell us what's going on? Let me try to fix it, instead of that review happening. And that might be enough to stop them from leaving you a bad review. So, and this is all controlled, not really, in some way controlled through the Wi-Fi gateway, but the system enables the opportunity to do all this stuff that you weren't normally doing or had access to. Okay, so that's kind of how the Wi-Fi thing, at least as I see it, is supposed to work. Now, what options do you have for this? I mentioned a freebie and some offers here. So I recently have been doing some research on what systems are out there and what seems affordable and workable and doable, who's got good support, so on and so forth. Beambox is something I really like. I signed up to be an agency partner there. They're really cool about it on the backside. I can help out with support things. I can help clients that we already have handle their emails, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, their system's really, really neat. One of the coolest parts about it is that it's really easy to install. So if you sign up for Beambox, they send you this little box thing, literally the Beam box, and you plug it in via Ethernet cable to your existing router, bam, and you've got a Wi-Fi network set up. As long as you've got yourself set up in the back end, you can have Wi-Fi up in look at that, 60 seconds or less. That's what they say. I imagine it's probably a little more than 60 seconds, but not an hour. Right? It's going to take you just a few minutes to get this thing set up. And you're cranking. It covers like 250 square feet of area. So usually about a tap room is good for that. And if you need more of these boxes or you want to connect through your existing Wi-Fi, you can do that too. And have it run, if you've got coverage issues or something like that, right? Now, the system itself is really cool. So once you're in here, like you can set up your forms, you can build a new form for this guest Wi-Fi thing. Let me show you this really quick. So like, this is what I'm talking about when I mentioned like, when somebody gets a little pop-up, like, name, email, birth date, and you can customize it. You can add logos. You can do I think on the login page. Yeah. So you can add configure your form fields. You can add new fields. So if you want to ask for a phone number, if you want to ask for your favorite beer, you want to ask for anything, you can in that login page. And it's, really easy to set this stuff up, right? So somebody logs in, then it's like we can send email blasts. These are the interactions that I was kind of talking about. So like if we want to create a new interaction, we can welcome new guests, we can reward loyal customers. See how intuitive and nice this whole system is in the back end? Like I'm clicking through and doing stuff, and this makes a lot of sense. They've got training and all this. It's like, this is one of the reasons I was like, look, Beambox is pretty darn good back here. And one of the questions I asked them during my demos is like, look, you got some technology here. A lot of breweries, restaurants out there, they don't have a tech department. What kind of support do you have? And I go, yeah, we got support. Just call us. We'll make sure we get your stuff taken care of. So lots of really cool features back here. And if you want to get started, couple things for you. So pricing is actually moderate. If you look at how much this costs compared to other systems that are out there, it's not too bad. It's based on how many people are in your database. So if you've got, let's say 5,000 people, you got 5,000 contacts in your database. If you imported from another email list or something, or if you had 5,000 people sign up, your monthly, if you don't pay for the year, is $90 a month. If you pay for the year in advance, $75 a month, which is pretty cool, right? Saving a couple of months. I would go with the growth because you get the automated emails. If you do the essential, you're not going to get the marketing stuff, and you want the marketing stuff. So absolutely do the growth. If you want the review automator, then you've got to go pro on it. And if you want to get started and try it, you can try it for free, right? Like I'll give you a link in the email we sent over with this. You get a free month. They'll send you the Beambox, and you can check it out. And you can try it out for a month. I would say, hey, try it out for a couple of months. Let's say you get a couple of thousand people, 3,000 people, $75 a month. Even if you get 1,000 people in there, $60 a month. $60 basically for 2 months because you're going to get the first month for free. You can cancel at any time. I asked that question too. I said, what's the cancellation policy? They said, anytime. You just got to send back the box. Otherwise, they'll charge you for the box, right? Just like your internet stuff. So anyways, that's my spiel on that. I think this is a great service. I highly recommend it. Like I said, I'll give you a link so you can get signed up for that free month for yourself. If you want some help with this, we can help. So if you want some help setting up the automations, you want some help setting up you want some help writing those emails, you want help doing this on a regular basis. You said, hey, you know what? We really need to activate email marketing. This sounds like a great option, but we need somebody to help us write those emails, do some of the graphic design in those emails, and so on and so forth. We can do that. And what I'm kind of thinking for like a service kind of design for that is let's do the graphic design with you, and my team will build other sizes of that graphic design. So here's what I mean by that is if you need some like graphics done for your promos coming up throughout the month for trivia or events or whatever, we'll help you design those, and then we'll build you other sizes so you can use them for stories, you can use them for social, and you can use them for print. We'll make you a nice 11 by 17 that you can hang up in the brewery as well. And we'll figure out that package based on how much you need done, and we'll kind of take it beyond just email and give you more resources to use in your tap room. So anyways, that's what I got for Wi-Fi gateways. Hopefully that made a lot of sense. If you have questions, let me know. If you want to get signed up, check out the link. Or if you've got questions about, saying, hey, we want help, shoot us a response to this email or go to our website and drop us a contact form. But for now, I'll get out of your hair. Thank you very much. And we'll talk to you later. See ya.